Hong Kong is one of the most densely populated cities in the world, with the population density of around 6,818 persons per kilometer square. Hong Kong ranks as the fourth most densely populated city, behind Macau, Monaco and Singapore. It is inconceivable as Hong Kong, a small island occupying only 1,106 km square of land, needs to accommodate approximately 7,500,000 persons. How inconceivable is this? Let's go back to the population density we mentioned just a while ago. What does this number mean? It means that every 1 km square of land, there are 6,818 persons in this area of land. It might be hard to imagine how overwhelming this number is at first glance, but we can understand it better by deploying a different approach. First, if we list out a host of countries or cities with population comparable to Hong Kong, and then compare their population density and size, a clearer picture appears. All the countries and cities with similar population have a much lower population density than Hong Kong, while having a far larger size of land. Further, we could change the parameters and form a list of countries and cities with similar size of Hong Kong. We will get the same result as above. These countries or cities also have a much lower population density than Hong Kong, while having a much lower population. Apart from the above approaches, by visualizing the numbers we have, it becomes more and more unbelievable considering how Hong Kong could accommodate this vast number of population. This time, we need the football pitch. The size of a common football pitch is 105 meter long and 68 meter wide, with an area of 7,140 meters square. With this information in hand, we could know the size of Hong Kong equals to 154,902 football pitches. Considering the above fact, each football pitch needs to accommodate 48 persons. This still sounds reasonable, however, is this the real case? As mentioned a while ago, Hong Kong has a size of 1,106 km square. However, actually only 25% of the land has been developed, as the remaining 75% of the land comprises of grassland, woodland, shrubland and agricultural land. Under this circumstance, considering the daily activities of citizens mainly situated at the developed part of the city is even denser than we calculated above. Refining the calculation, the area of the developed areas of Hong Kong is 276.5 km square. And the number of football pitches that the developed area equals to shrinks to 38,725, while each football pitch needs to accommodate 204 persons now. And now the population density skyrockets to 27,125 persons per kilometer square. The number here depicts a more accurate picture manifesting how dense is a city without the dilution of undeveloped land, in which normally citizens do not live and stay there most of the time. What if we want to know accurately on how dense Hong Kong is inside the residential area? The residential area constitutes only 7% of the total land in Hong Kong. This results in the further amendment in the calculation. The residential area in Hong Kong equals to 10,843 football pitches, with 692 persons sharing one single football pitch as their daily living area. With such an unimaginable number, the question now becomes, how Hong Kong managed to achieve such numbers? What to do if you do not have enough space inside this area? One major solution for this problem is to develop out of the 2D dimension, creating space higher. This is also why Hong Kong has so many skyscrapers due to the lack of land. In here, we will use Mei Fu San Chun, a private housing estate in Hong Kong, as the example. According to the official census data carried out by the Hong Kong government in 2016, there are 13,303 residents living inside 13,149 flats in Mei Fu San Chun, which takes up 0.175 km square land, equivalent to 24.5 football pitches. Using the same formula of calculation above, this means that, in average, 1,513 persons need to squeeze into one single football pitch. How they managed to do so? Let's have a glance at the floor plan of a typical building of this housing estate. In each floor, there are 6 to 8 flats in average. In total, the building will have 15 to 20 floors. There are 99 buildings in the whole housing estate. These types of private housing estate are very common in Hong Kong. 46% of the population in Hong Kong lives in this private housing estate. The median floor area of accommodation of this private housing estate is 47 meters square, equaling to approximately 1/5 of the area of the center circle in football pitch. The median floor area for each person is 18 meters square, equaling to approximately 1/20 of the area of the center circle. These are the places that middle class lives in Hong Kong. For citizens with lower income level, they live in the public housing. With 32% of the population residing there, public housing are provided and decided by the Hong Kong government for lower income citizens to rent with affordable rental fees. They exist in numerous variations and designs. But as we can see in these floor plans, comparing with private housing estates, public housing has much more flats in one floor. The number of floors in public housing exceeds those in private housing estates as well, with number varies from 20 to 40 floors even. This contributes to the shrinking in median floor area and median floor area per person, which records as 33 meters square and 11.5 meters square respectively. This too equals to approximately 1/8 and 1/25 of the center circle. Private housing estate and public housing constitute nearly 80% of the population, with the median floor area and median floor area per person being 40 meters square and 15 meters square respectively. One distinctive accommodation in Hong Kong worth mentioning is the subdivided flats. These are flats divided into few more units, some even exceed 10 units, to accommodate more residents. Tracing back data conducted from 2016, 27,100 flats have been subdivided to more flats, creating 92,700 units, where 209,700 people resided in. These divided flats contributes to an insane number. The median floor area and median floor area per person are just 10 meters square and 5.3 meters square, equaling to approximately 1/25 and 1/50 of the center circle. In Hong Kong, the size of prison cell is 7 meters square. Inconceivable, right?